everyone, welcome back to Story Time with Renu. Today I'm going to share with you the story of too many bananas. Which fruit do you like the most? For me, above all fruits, I love bananas. I can never get fed up of eating bananas. But that's not what happens in this story. Srinivas was a farmer who lived in a very small village. He had a small farm. And do you know what he grew on that farm? He had only banana trees. And these trees were of very good quality. So he had a steady supply of bananas. Everyone in the village loved his bananas. And you know why? Because they were so sweet. People from the neighboring villages also came to buy them. And Srinivas lived a very comfortable life with his family. But you know what happened after some time? People stopped buying the bananas. Do you know why? Because they said, "Oh, these bananas are so sweet. And we are fed up of eating the same type of banana." And they stopped buying. Even the people from the neighboring villages stopped buying. Poor Srinivas, what could he do? On one hand, no money. On the other hand, all these bananas rotting and going waste. So he started giving the bananas to his cows. But how many bananas do you think cows can eat? They also got fed up and refused to eat them. His own family was not eating the bananas. Now what was Srinivas to do? He worried every day. No money to run his family. And still the bananas were rotting and he had to throw them in the garbage. So one day as he was thinking what to do, an idea struck him. And the next day he loaded bunches and bunches of bananas in his cart and went away. He came back home only in the evening. No bananas in his cart and money in his hand. Everyone was curious. Where had he gone? And how did he get the money? But nobody asked him any questions. You know why? Because when his bananas were not selling, he went around offering them for free to all the villagers. And when they saw him coming, they would say, "Oh, no, we don't want bananas." And that's how Srinivas decided to take his cart, we don't know where. Now one day, Ramesh, one of his neighbors, had decided to have a puja. He went to meet the pujari and the pujari said, "I need 108 bananas to offer to God. So please make arrangements for that." So whom do you think Ramesh went to see? Srinivas, of course. He went to Srinivas's house and said, "Srinivas, I have arranged for a puja in my house and for that I need 108 bananas. Can you supply them?" Srinivas looked at him and said, "Ramesh, I am very sorry. I don't have any bananas right now with me." "Oh, Srinivas, that means I have to cancel my puja. Can't you do something for me?" "Okay, the puja is after 2 days, right? I'll ensure that the bananas reach your house." So Ramesh went away. 2 days went by. The day of the puja arrived. The pujari came there and started the puja. He started reciting the mantras. All of Ramesh's relatives and friends all came and settled down. The pujari suddenly asked, "Where are the bananas?" Now Ramesh started to get worried. Did Srinivas forget about it? Was he not going to bring the bananas? What am I going to do? He thought. But just then he saw Srinivas coming. But he had no bananas with him. He was carrying a bag, but that didn't look like it had bananas in it. Srinivas came closer and closer. And when he came very close to the pujari, he opened his bag and started taking packet and packet and packet out of the bag and placed it very neatly in front of the pujari. Then he said, "This is banana halwa. Each of this packet is made of the pulp of 4 bananas. And there are 27 packets. 27 packets, 4 bananas each. So that adds up to 108 bananas. Can't you use this as an offering to God? Yes, 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 said the pujari. Because you know something? He absolutely loved banana halwa. Now his thoughts were on enjoying the banana halwa. And he stopped reciting the mantras. Ramesh had to remind him, "Oh pujari, can we finish the puja?" So the pujari continued. He finished reciting the mantras. The puja was over and the halwa was distributed among all the guests. And of course, the pujari had some too. Everyone enjoyed the halwa. They sat there and licked their fingers, wishing they could have more. The pujari took 2 packets quietly to his house. The next morning, Ramesh went to see Srinivas. He had to pay for the halwa. After he had paid, he asked Srinivas, "Where did you get this delicious halwa from?" "Don't you know that every now and then I would go?" "Where do you think I went?" "I was going to a town far away. When I went there the first time, there was a big halwa shop. I went and asked them if they would buy my bananas. And they agreed. And so now I've started selling all my bananas to them. And I have enough money to lead a very good life." "Oh, so if you want halwa, we have to go all the way to the town?" No, not at all. My wife and I have decided to make the halwa at home. Why should I waste so much time and energy taking my bananas to the town? So now don't worry. Anytime you need halwa, come to my shop." Ramesh felt happy and went away. Soon, Srinivas opened the halwa shop and people in the village enjoyed the halwa. The fame of the halwa spread all over and people came from neighboring villages. Some of them came from faraway villages and his halwa started selling very quickly. So Srinivas once again had lots of money in his hands. And that's the end of the story. Come back again soon. Bye.